Today on the weekly Star Wars News Roundup, another The Force Awakens teaser hits our screens, Star Wars Battlefront is released, why George Lucas gave up on Star Wars, and much, much more. Before we look at the first story, all the articles I'll be looking at in this episode are linked down below, so if you're interested in finding out more, just look in the description box. On Tuesday, Empire Online gave us an exclusive first look at a character in episode 7. Here we have Constable Zuvio, who is a vigilant law officer on a mostly lawless world, who keeps order in a frontier trading post, and is tough and humourless. On the topic of characters in the upcoming movie, Empire also revealed more about Supreme Leader Snoke. Andy Serkis described his first day on set, where he had to stand on a 25-foot podium and guess at what his character was actually all about. So could this mean that Snoke is a giant, or does he just like to kick about the clouds? Well, that will soon be revealed in December, but Serkis did say that the Supreme Leader is very scarred and disfigured. EA revealed exactly what you'll be getting if you buy the Star Wars Battlefront Season Pass, which costs $39.99 in the UK and $50 in the US. You will have access to 4 expansion packs, 20 new items such as weapons, vehicles and gadgets, 4 more heroes and villains to play with, 16 more multiplayer maps, 4 new game modes, 2 weeks early access to each expansion pack, and the Shoot First emote. It's also worth mentioning that the first expansion will be available in early 2016. More on Battlefront later. Moving to Wednesday, George Lucas explained why he left his Star Wars project and some of the problems he had with directing the series. Lucas told Vanity Fair that he didn't like the fact he couldn't experiment with Star Wars. He had to follow a certain way. He seems somewhat glad to have the pressure of pleasing the fans off his shoulders, and is now working on different projects still as a director. The best part of this interview was when he was asked what character in the Star Wars universe he would like to be. He chose Jar Jar Binks. Misa gonna die! Thursday saw yet another The Force Awakens TV spot hit our screens. Finn features heavily in it, and you could see him use his lightsaber in combat. Speaking of which, he is fighting a stormtrooper who is using some form of melee weapon. This seems to confirm the rumour that I discussed on my Finn video, where the stormtroopers are trained in using lightsaber-like weapons. You should definitely check this out, but seriously, I can't take all of these trailers and TV spots. My excitement level for the film is just going to cause me to explode. Speaking of teasers for the film, the Disney marketing department seem to be amazing at their jobs. All of the trailers and so on seem to have excited Star Wars fans a lot, because over $50 million has been generated from advance ticket sales. The film hasn't even come out and Disney are already laughing. Yet more character information was revealed by Empire Online, who interviewed Adam Driver, the man who is Kylo Ren. Driver confirmed that Ren is majorly obsessed by Darth Vader, is not a Sith, and is not really a bad guy. He said Ren is more of a religious fanatic than a villain in the traditional sense. So it's officially okay to root for Kylo Ren. That's amazing. Hashtag Team Kylo. There were blueprints of Starkiller Base released on Saturday. Now some of you may look at them and think it's just a bunch of white lines and dimensions. But for someone like me who's pursuing architecture, it's pretty fascinating. Before we look at the spotlight of the week, I'm going to talk about a little episode 7 plot revelation. So if you wish to remain spoiler free, click the annotation on screen or skip ahead a little bit. An eagle-eyed Star Wars fan spotted a The Force Awakens storyline development in a children's book. As you can see from this image, Lor San Tekka hands Poe Dameron an important message, and the pilot then stores it in BB-8. The information seems vital in the Resistance's quest to stop the First Order. Now it's time for the spotlight of the week, and today it's on Star Wars Battlefront. Star Wars Battlefront has now been released worldwide, and although I do have a few problems with it, I have thoroughly enjoyed my time playing it so far. It's an awesome experience. Thanks to your guys' votes, I plan on doing a review on the game very soon, so keep an eye out for that and prepare to learn everything I love, hate and want improved about the game. But before then, feel free to check out the Zenzik and No channel, where there are quite a few Battlefront videos currently available to be watched. Let me know any news I may have missed this week that went under the radar, and be sure to come back in 7 days for another weekly Star Wars news roundup. Feel free to click the video on the left to learn all about Quinlan Vos, or the one on the right to find out more about Poe Dameron. Thanks for watching, and goodbye. The Jedi soon realised a very unique and powerful ability he had. He could see visions of someone's past by touching an object they had come into contact with. Speaking of teasers for the film, the Disney marketing department seemed to be amazing at their jobs. All of the trailers and so on seem to have That's a blooper. Yep, I can confirm that. There were blue So look, I had a wasp in my mouth there. Get out. There were why can't say blueprints? I just said it though. Oh. Now it's time for the spotlight of the week, and today it's on Star Wars Battlefront. Star Wars Battlefront has now officially